Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Azem, and featuring Jade, who always gets on our nerves. But it is Monday, April 19th, and the time is 8:13 a.m. Good morning, everyone. So, let's see. We we have a bit of an interesting agenda. The agenda is as usual, but the news articles are a bit. Some days we don't have some interesting news articles to read, and I think today is one of those days. Um, so let's do a little bit of
Hold on.
quick.
So I did a good job, you're saying? Morning.
Who?
Morning. First of all, I just realized I said
Yes,
good morning,
morning.
but nobody heard me because my mic was down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
But I was saying, so you think I did a good job on the articles then? Since they're interesting? Thank you.
Um, yeah,
Thank you.
there's one in particular that's a bit interesting. The one about St. Vincent.
And the
But
baby?
yeah,
Yeah.
but we'll get to it. So
And when we get to it, I'll tell you why I added it because, Anyway, how was your
But
weekend?
how was
Before?
everyone's week? No, we
Yes.
don't want to talk about mine.
Oh, it was that bad?
No, mine was just mine. It's just like the usual. My
Oh,
favorite hobby.
sleep?
Here's a funny joke. If I ask my niece what's my hobby,
Mm-hmm.
her response would be laying down.
Not bad. That's not a
Yes,
bad hobby.
if you go to answer, what's Kevin's favorite thing to do? She said to lay down.
Well,
I mean, yes, accurate.
I could agree with that one.
It's accurate.
Laying
So,
down makes me feel better as well, so can't wrong you for that one. But mine was okay. What did I do this weekend? Yeah. So I went to a party, Elton's party. Happy belated Elton. Oh, and happy birthday, Sparry. Today's Sparry's birthday. But yeah, I went to Elton's party and then I went to the beach yesterday to let my child be the fish that he wants to be.
I love just pool parties for children because I remember some of my favorite pool party memories were pool parties that happened at the Angelus. I don't know if y'all remember, but behind the Angelus was a nice pool, a nice big
Mm-hmm.
pool. And I remember I went to one party in particular that stood out for me. I went to a few back there, but um, the one in particular, I remember I do it till like, when you're in water for so long, your eyes start to burn. Like
That
not
was
even your
Jaden
eyes, your
yesterday.
eyelids. Like your eyelids start to get like
Yeah, that was
tingly because yeah.
that was literally Jaden yesterday. He didn't want to leave the water and his eyes started to turn red. he likes the beach. I'm happy that he likes the beach. So, but yeah, that was my
I like
little
beach things,
weekend.
but
Nothing big, just relaxation. The only
yeah,
problem I
that's all
have,
we
right,
need.
with taking Jaden to the beach is the amount of sand that he brings home. Like he literally brought home half of Major's Bay.
Yes. So he put full up your pockets and go.
Pocket here, everything.
Well, children will be children, I suppose. But I bet you he slept well when he reached home.
Like the
Like,
baby that he is.
I that's my favorite part about beach with children. When you get home, their bodies are so exhausted, they just like clock out. Even as an adult, like, you know, when I get home from a beach day or pool day or whatever, I am spent and my body's like, pack up, let's go. Bedtime.
Yeah, it was a fight. But, let's jump into some, tea. That's what the people here for, as usual. So
Yes.
give them your little...
And we are also back on YouTube, everybody. So
We are. I completely
if
forgot to check.
right. So if
We
we are,
are.
for all of my friends that watch on YouTube and chose to migrate to Facebook because I know a lot of people, I got a lot of messages about it. A lot of people watch the YouTube stream from their TVs.
Mhm.
And a lot of people were telling me, oh, I can't watch the stream because it's not on the TV. And I'm like, yeah, we're coming back next week. So it's actually back. So
Yeah.
if you were tuning in on your radio or your phone or your Facebook stream, you can now resort back to watching us on your TV because we are back on YouTube. We have been unbanned.
Yeah. Finally.
So
We're out of YouTube.
we're back. We're back. So, let's gear up quickly for a little bit of wait. Tea time. That was a crisp one. So, let's talk quickly about. We have like 10 minutes, so let's do a quick local story. So, a new law council has been elected to lead the St Kitts and Nevis Bar Association. So, newly elected president of the St Kitts and Nevis Bar Association, Mr. Garth Wilkins, says the bar intends to play an active role in promoting the administration of justice and the rule of law in St. Kitts and Nevis. Elections for the St. Kitts and Nevis Bar Association were conducted on Wednesday, the 31st of March, during the association's annual general meeting. And the first meeting of the new council was held on the 15th of April, 2021. So, Mr. Garth Wilkins said, during the upcoming term of the new law council, the public will hear from us regularly on matters of national importance and will feel the effects of the bar's advocacy, mostly behind the scenes on matters which impact all nationals and residents. And this was all said on the press release that was issued on Thursday. The newly elected council expressed their deep gratitude to Ms. Dahlia Joseph Rowe for her tremendous contributions to the work of the bar during her tenure. Sincere appreciation and thanks were also expressed to Mr. Charles Wilkin QC, the outgoing immediate past president, and to Miss Elizabeth Harper, the outgoing treasurer, who both served with distinction. The law council executives are the president, Garth Wilkin, vice president, Mrs. Sherry Ann Liburd Charles, the secretary, Miss Curlin Merchant, treasurer, Miss Lisa Hazel Claxton, immediate past president, Mrs. Dahlia Joseph Rowe. The law council members are Kerry Ann Amrit, Rhonda Nisbet Brown, Tashna Powell Williams, I hope I said that right, Curlin Merchant, Taliba Byron, Anne Marietta Staines, hope I said that right too, and Dane Victor Elliott Hamilton. So, congrats to everybody, and like they said, we will be hearing from them frequently and publicly, as they will.
Yeah, I did the story because it's our council. Congratulations, council.
Yeah, pick up yourself one time.
Yes.
2 times actually.
Yes. Yeah. Avid listener and council.
Oh, hey, yeah. Kevon.
Hi. You can see me in 4K. But
you internet been popping.
I really just thought
don't talk about it. We don't want to jinx it.
No, I really just thought that he had like a new skincare routine. I thought that's what it was.
Just some
that too.
Extra good internet.
Okay.
But yeah, we have to get our council on to talk about what exactly the bar does, so we can have a better understanding. Because of course I know they're lawyers.
So they don't in like just a place the lawyers go to drink?
I don't think so. It could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Oh, my bad. All these years.
That's what you thought?
All these years.
Azem.
You thought it was like a speakeasy for attorneys?
Yeah, I thought they had like a little group and
no, I don't think. Maybe so.
It was like a high class lounge for lawyers or something.
That could be it, but I don't think that's what it is. You have to go and tell us if we're wrong.
You sure? I'm pretty sure that exists. It exists somewhere.
It better. Yeah. They need drinks. With the things that they have to deal with.
The things they have to deal with, I don't know if drinks alone could help them. So.
A side note, I didn't realize school open today.
What?
Yeah,
yes.
I back because I hear me all the shit going.
Yes. So all the
That was
all the
fast.
children are back out to
Yeah, like
schools
two-
now
that was-
because
it
Easter
was
break
so-
is over. So
2 weeks, 3
kudos
weeks.
to the
2 weeks.
parents.
Oh my gosh, those 2 weeks flew by. I honestly was shocked when I came out in car and I was like,
Let's see all the regrets.
where did she wear the uniform? Where they here?
Oh boy.
So now, yes, back to regular programming for all the parents, having to hustle and bustle those big bags to school because it's they usually carry the bag. Like I was to tell y'all, right? One day I was going home and I heard a parent asking their child why the bags are heavy. I'm like, so you didn't realize? You didn't realize?
It's been going on for the last 5 years,
I
miss.
mean, understand what they didn't.
You know,
No, but it was.
I remember.
Go ahead, Kevon.
Go ahead. Oh, who going first?
Go ahead.
Me?
Not me.
Okay. But I remember for me, I was one of those people that I'm a super organized person. If people know me in my personal life, like if you walk into any space that belongs to me, you will swear I'm a sociopath.
People that fix their glasses with 2 hands, like you do, normally, yeah.
You know why? Because they have to be leveled. Like if I look,
Right.
they can't be like they need to be at the same.
It's a tell.
Yeah,
No,
they
like
can't
it's
be.
literally a
Yeah.
tell, you know. Like people that do like more like they tend to
Yeah,
be
that's
very
have to check. Yeah, but for me, I'm a very organized person. So when I remember going to school, I used to want to make sure that my timetable was perfect and I had every book for the classes. And then I remember getting to high school and transitioning into those high school books, those massive books, and being like, this ain't it. And I just started leaving books home
Wow.
because
I was lucky.
you know it unnecessary. Well, Azem used to go, you know, he used to be one of them boys who used to roll up a book in and took it in the back
In the
pocket.
back pocket, yeah. That was one. And then
Yeah.
they had teachers who wouldn't allow you to come into the class if you didn't have your textbook.
Without the textbook.
But luckily, my cousin was a librarian,
Wow.
so I could keep my textbooks in the library.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then I saw in between classes I would just go and get my books, and
It's horrible.
And save your back.
yeah, but
And this
my
is
mother
why
used to
we
be
keep
like,
saying
my mother
that
be like,
we
well, you
need-
ain't got a bag.
And this is why we keep saying we need lockers in schools. Like we understand there's a risk to lockers. However, lockers are not to store personal items, it's to store like your books, specifically your books and like small stationery, for the purpose of not having to lug them around all day, because you
Yeah,
bring
but-
your giant chemistry book in the morning for chemistry and you have to keep that giant chemistry book in your bag for the rest of the day. You know, it's
I honestly just
we
feel
need to
sorry for
find a
these kids.
workaround.
Because they look like the bag and them
yeah.
were the same.
Like, you know, even if there's a way where students can purchase their books, like, you know, normally, and then, you know, like have a little cubicle in the library or something where they could, you know, keep their books. And when they need the books, they
just build
take
lockers
them
in the
home, or
classrooms
they,
for the
you know,
teachers.
take them out for class, because this
Wait.
back and forth, all the thing is really bad.
Yeah. By the way, I want to just give a special welcome back to all the YouTube listeners today. Like,
Yes,
we missed that little community.
we did.
hmm
And
Alright.
we are struggling over there.
I went this morning to check and make sure that it was on, like the YouTube was on when I was
I
coming.
completely forgot to check.
Yeah.
Witty is saying hi. Witty said she missed you. She wasn't able to spy on you all week.
She said she was having an Azem withdrawal.
Witty,
Sounds
you
rough.
know I missed you too.
That sounds rough.
I just love the reconnects. I love the reconnects. Morning, Witty.
Yeah, so y'all can watch us on YouTube now again, and Facebook. Listen to us on the website. Listen to us via our FM channel, 98.9. There's so many ways.
So many ways.
Many
get you.
ways.
Hey, what was it? You had to cook it? Oh, I was trying to figure out how we get here. But it was it was about the lawyer speakeasy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, technically.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, congratulations again, guys.
Congratulations,
Yes.
and to the rest of the executive and all the persons who now have positions in that association,
Mm-hmm.
which we are sure is very important.
We feel so.
Yes.
We just don't know what y'all do.
Yes.
But y'all can tell us. I'm sure. Traffic talk coming up next. Y'all had any traffic things that bothered y'all recently?
Okay, this morning I was
Hold on.
coming from. No, I had to make an early move this morning.
Uh-huh.
So I
Did you
was.
sleep out? Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
No. Work.
That's why I call it. Okay.
Yeah. You forget you zip him? Oh, okay.
Where my money?
You want to go down the road
Where
there?
my money?
Jade, you want us to do the transaction and
Yes.
the ear? You want people see what
Nothing wrong with that.
little bit of money you take?
No, you're worth. No, you're worth.
But no, so I was walking around the Old Road Bay area this morning, like early this morning, and I have to tell you, they have created an island drag strip down there.
You speaking? I'm glad you bring up this. You realize that car went over?
Yep.
Well, y'all speeding.
So before we even get to the car, I remember there was a time where I was driving to Old Road. Why I don't remember. And I remember because if you know me, I don't really venture to that side of the. You hardly ever find me over there. But I went to Old Road, and I remember driving on the road, and they had opened it temporarily. I think they were doing something on the older road, and I remember driving on it and saying, "How long until?" And it was a horrible statement, but it was just like, how long until somebody can slam into somebody on this road? Because it was all I see was go speed race or go, because
it's tense by.
Bro,
and the thing is, it's not even paved yet. That's the thing about it. It's not even paved.
Oh, my mother.
I think they're supposed to they'll pave it this week. I think that's the intention.
Yeah.
But
you know what I need to do? Put some sleeping police on the road, because trust the man went down the hill, over and down the hill.
But that was when he was coming off of the off the new road, off the Bay Road, because he went over up where Spratnet has the thing. So basically, we can't see leak out a lamppost, and
the fence.
And the thing about it was, thankfully, the driver was okay.
Thankfully.
But the funniest thing I've seen for the weekend, hands down, the funniest thing I've seen for the weekend was Mr. World's commentary.
No, he said, meant it.
Oh, you see that video?
No. What he said? How come you share it?
So basically, right, the commentary was Mr. World being Mr. World, overly excited and dramatic about the fact that the driver knocked down Mr. Lindsey Grant. Right? But what he was showing was literally one of Mr. Grant's, friend of the show, Mr. Grant's billboards. Okay. So he licked on one of the billboards. So Mr. World out there like, "What's with the man, Lindsay?"
Oh dear, y'all don't take like serious. Somebody saying speed bumps, are you crazy, Jade? Then they'll miss the rocks and hit the sea. Well, why they driving so fast? Why they driving so fast? If you launch off of a speed bump, and you go over in the water, is your fault.
So the speed bump become ramps?
It must be. If you're driving that fast, for you to go over into the water. So look,
hey,
anyway,
but
let's talk
to reach over in the water, right? For most of the bay, you gotta be going real fast. Not the wall higher.
That's it.
The wall.
Y'all. Anyway.
I don't even know if I'm more scared for people to hit the rocks, go over into the sea, or come back over on the original road and hit the wall.
Look how they lock down the man billboard.
Watch it there.
Bro, stop speeding on. Anyway, y'all don't hear, so y'all gonna feel. Anyway, Azem, break time, because we have to talk to Mr. Officer about the situation. Yes, guys, stay tuned. We will be right back with Traffic Talk right here
on Island Tea.
Yes.
Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, down. Too many stuck drivers on the road now. With the fire day, driver, what's your emergency? It's better late than never. So why all the hurry? Mishaps. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving, this nonsense need to stop. Stop. I'm making it my business.
We are faced with tough decisions every day, but choosing the right home or motor insurance shouldn't be one. You need fast claim settlement from a company that's been rooted for over 31 years. And don't forget the A Excellent rating by AM Best. Make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Reliable insurance that you can count on. Get a quote today for your home, motor, contents, and liability insurance needs, and make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance. Tomorrow secured. Local agents, Dalil Walwyn & Co. Limited. Telephone 465-2631 or 469-5303 for the Nevis office.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Azem, and it is time to jump into traffic talk with our friends from the traffic department. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Kevon. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning to our listening audience out there in Radio Land. My name is Sergeant Brown, and I'm from the traffic department. And I'm here with another edition of our weekly program of Traffic Talk. I want to also say good morning and thank you to our sponsor, the sponsor of this program, Caribbean Alliance Insurance Company Limited. And also want to also say thanks and good morning to the composer, the singer of our theme song, Slow It Down. That's the King Hollywood over there in Nevis. I want to say good morning to everyone. So I hope and trust that everyone had a good weekend, good rest, a lot of fun, and I'm fully charged to go ahead in this week. Today is the 19th of April, 2021, and as we know it, all schools have been reopened, and we want to say good morning to all the teachers, students, and all the faculties at all these schools across the Federation. I also want to say at this juncture, I want to ask all the drivers on our streets to pay special attention to our school children as they traverse, as they walk to and from our schools. I want you to pay them some serious attention and drive with due care, drive with caution, so that we don't have no unnecessary injuries. I want to also ask the parents of these students to always instill in them proper usage of the road, no playing, no running, no idling. Pay attention to the traffic as they go to schools and as they return home from school. So always instill in them the proper usage of these schools. Of the roads. I apologize to that. I also want to speak this morning to the accidents as it relates to persons who are involved in accident. I just want to take a short time and explain to persons as to what is expected of them, what is expected of the police as they investigate road traffic accident. As we know it, all accidents are to be reported to the police it's an offense if you are involved in an accident and you does not report that accident within 24 hours. It is an offense. Okay. If an accident occurs, as I mentioned, you inform the nearest police or the police within that jurisdiction, that district where the accident occurs. And police should respond as soon as possible to that scene where the accident occurred. Upon arrival of the police at this accident scene, the first thing the police normally does is to inquire as to whether there are any injuries, anyone injured in that accident. That's the first task of the police upon arrival at the accident scene. If there are no injuries, then the police would proceed to speak to the drivers, all parties that are involved. If there are injuries, the emergency services would be contacted, and personnel would be dispatched to the scene to have the injured parties be attended to, and if necessary, be transported to the nearest health facility. Okay. If there are no injuries, as I mentioned, the first thing the police would do is to speak to the drivers, the driver or drivers. Sometimes they are just one vehicle accident, whereby just one vehicle is involved. So the police would speak to that person, or if there are more than one drivers, more than one vehicles, the police would speak to the both drivers. Sometimes there are more than 2, 3, 4 vehicles involved. What the police need to do now is to get what we call a brief explanation from the parties involved. Okay, let me back up a while. If where the accident occurs, there would be blockage, or the road would be, the vehicular traffic would be affected. The police ought to make sure that the road is sufficiently cleared enough so that no unnecessary blockage, no unnecessary long lines of traffic is there. So the police ought to make sure that the road is sufficiently clear, bearing in mind that the vehicles that are involved in the traffic accident, the scenes should be preserved as much as possible. So, as I said, I would now go back to the taking of the explanations, brief explanations. What this does is just to give the police an idea as to what he's dealing with. Some person would refer to it as a statement. Nothing is wrong with that. But in police terms, we call it an explanation. Okay? Having taken that explanation or statement, the police would read it over to you, the person who would have given the statement, the explanation. And if you're satisfied that what the police has just read over to you is what you...
Sergeant, it seems as though someone's trying to get in on the conversation. Good morning.
Okay, sure. Let me have that caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. On the left, for caller, feel free to call back.
Sorry, we missed that caller. Yes. I was saying, if the person is satisfied that the explanation having been read over to them is what they would have said to the police, then they would ask to sign their name. And when all of this is done, then the police would go into taking of measurements at the scene, taking all measurements that would assist the police in determining as to what really happened. And we have a caller. Caller, yeah. You're live. Go straight. You're on Traffic Talk. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm not calling in connection with the accident yet.
Okay.
I'm calling in connection with accident I see in the fourth time coming.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I am anticipating, God forbid, that there will be an accident or accidents network came and they ripped up the road directly in front of my house. And it has not yet been put back to the normalcy. And the buses are still coming through here. Donnelly put up a sign up by 5 ways, and somebody took it down. For what reason, I don't know. And the buses are still coming through here. School has reopened today. School children on the street. The road is ripped up. The house is literally covered with dirt and dust. God forbid. I don't know what to do. I'm complaining more than 5 years about the buses coming through here. Nobody is taking me on. And I'm going to be writing to the governor and the prime minister. And I have all the letters saved on my computer. I wrote to 2 commissioners of police, 3 sergeants in the traffic department. I'm now addressing 1, 2, let me see her name, Carleen Phipps, I think. I have it right here in front of me. And I'm copying the governor and I'm copying the prime minister. For crying out loud, it seems that you all prefer to wait until a traffic accident occurs. God forbid, if it's fatal, I don't know what would happen, because I pray I would not witness it. I don't know what you can do to assist. Put back up the sign and put route who is down the bay and in the Bakerscourt area, just summoning people, so nobody can be posted by 5 ways to summon Butman either. Please, for crying out loud, Sergeant Brown, I see you walk across here several times. Unfortunately, you seem not to know what is happening because you don't live across here. And I wish that you can assist, because I don't want the bus to knock you down across here. Or knock down anybody for that matter. I'm a concerned citizen. I cannot park my car in front of my Jeep in front of my house now. And I'm not keeping very well. Could you tell me, or could you do something to assist me? You've listened enough now, and I want to hear what you say. God bless you and the radio announcers and those who are listening, who are hearing my plea. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much for your call. Thank you very much for sharing these information with us. I'm going to back up from what you have said. You mentioned about a sign that was posted to the top of Fort Thomas Road next to, that would be Cunningham Street, next to 5 Ways. You say that sign has been taken down? Okay, so I thought the call was still with us. Yeah, the caller mentioned that there was a sign placed by the police and that sign has since been taken down. I'm not aware of that sign being taken down, so I'll have to definitely look into that, caller. Thank you for that. Caller also mentioned that some road work have been taking place, have been happening there at Fort Thomas Road, and it seemed like that it's abandoned. I don't think he used the word abandoned, but I'm not sure if that work, the project has been completed, caller. So I'll have to speak to with someone from the Public Works Department to find out if they're finished with the whatever they were doing there, and if so, have the road be.
Hey, caller, good morning. You're live on Traffic Talk.
I call that to make some corrections to what is Sergeant Brown.
Excuse me, caller, could you turn your radio down, please?
I am calling to correct some of the things he said.
Yes, caller. Feel free to.
Because I know him and I think he misunderstood.
Sorry.
I don't know who took down the sign, but the sign is down. It seems that somebody just ripped it down, felt that it should not be there.
Okay, I understand that. As I said, I was not aware of it being taken down or ripped down. And as I mentioned, I would look into that when I leave here. When I leave the studio, I will pass there and have a look at it, caller.
And you know who I am, so I'd like you to come and tell me directly.
Yes, caller. I know you well, yeah.
So that's saying, then you would see what I'm talking about, the work that was done directly in front of my house.
Has
It has not been abandoned by the public works. I'm trying to get public works right now on the phone just before I called it.
Caller, do you know if the work is finished? Do you know if they are finished with what they were doing?
They're completely finished. They were running a pipe, looked like to go into the yard directly in front of me.
Okay.
They came yesterday and they completed it.
Okay.
But I'm not making the complaint to be alarmed because it's only yesterday they completed it.
I understand that, caller, yeah.
Because it's bad for drivers, any driver, even the bus drivers who shouldn't be coming between here. And my house is literally covered with dust.
Yes, caller.
Do not call me no sir. Just yes.
Yeah, caller, yeah, you also mentioned about the buses coming through Fort Thomas Road. As far as I'm aware, the buses are only allowed to be traveling along that road on Saturdays between the hours of 7 and 1 in the afternoon.
Good.
Yes.
While speaking to you,
Yeah.
I count 3 cars. I'm
Wow.
not getting up to go to my window to see the numbers that don't interest me. I don't want to put my life in danger.
Okay.
And then what you're saying is totally incorrect to what I know. You're saying that they are permitted to come to Fort Thomas Road.
From Malone Avenue, caller.
Malone Avenue.
Yes, from
Yes,
Malone.
no, you've corrected.
Yes, from Malone Avenue.
You corrected the direction of where they should go. They should come on the Bay Road.
Take a
up
left
Malone
onto
Avenue,
Malone Avenue, yeah.
Turn right
Yeah.
into Fort Thomas Road, but that is not happening. It's coming straight down from 5 ways directly into. And one would imagine, so here is no highway. I mean, it's used by vehicles which they have the right to. But the speed they come through here, people are talking about put speed bumps. Speed bumps are not necessary through here. What we need is speed policemen, human beings, to do their work. I mean, why should we, because we live in Fort Thomas Road, not being taken care of like anywhere else? When I would go up 4th Street, I see at least 3 policemen, and these workers in khaki and blue. Why can't you all put some across here? People don't live across here. Do we have to be elitist to be considered human beings of part of a society? It seems that nobody wants to recognize that we're human beings. We're just as equal as anybody else. We get up at morning, we breathe, we live, we go back to sleep. It's a pattern everybody follows in life. Nobody is better than nobody. So please, Sergeant Brown, for crying out loud, do the right thing and assist me. I can't do any more. But like I said, I'm going to write to Inspector Carleen Fitz. And I'm copying the Prime Minister, and I'm copying the Governor, because at least some attention must be paid to this. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, caller.
God bless.
I have listened to your passionate plea for assistance, and I want to assure you that what you have said, what you have just said, would not fall, has not fallen on deaf ears. We definitely are going to strategize as to how we are to police that particular strip, that particular area. So I hear you. I hear your passion. I hear the passion in your voice, and I've made several notes, and I'm going to discuss it with my seniors and caller. I want to assure you, I want to guarantee that you will see a difference in that particular area. Thank you very much for bringing that to the forefront. We have another caller. Caller, go straight. You're live on traffic talk. Good morning.
The world is a stage. We are the actors. Everybody got a part to play. That's Shakespeare. 1564, he was born. And a river called Avon, we want to call it that way, in England. I think the police have put on a good show, you know. They should have. One of them fellas there who walk in there should do make a video with you all. Sergeant Brown.
Good morning.
I am disappointed. You know who talking?
Yes, sir,
and
I
you
do.
know where from.
Of
Just
course.
where you're from.
That's
you
correct.
met me born before you. What about the mahogany tree? You see, you just say you all make notes. I don't believe you. You all need to record these things and go in order and see what is prioritized, what's supposed to be prioritized. I look at something a while ago there, and now school reopen. I mean, I don't think the place is closed, but you look at the backlog of back up of traffic from east and west when they stop there to put off children. They need I've been saying this for a number of years, they need a pull-off on both sides, even on one side. You got room on the seat side. You need a pull-off, and not just for a bus, for a few vehicles. These are things you all should do. Do surveillance. Go out and see what the problem will be. But everybody stay in the office. So I'm going to remind you again about the mahogany tree. And I'm going to tell you again about the pull-off. I've been saying that for years. I've been saying a lot of things for years, you know, until when the government come in power, they fix the whole road bed. Just like how I was saying it should be done. And up in Challenger, you need some crosswalk to cut down the speed where them people are driving through the village. I done for now. Have a good day. I'm going to keep checking.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, caller. Yeah, caller, the last time I were here when you would have called in, we spoke to the problem, as you mentioned, about the mahogany tree down at the Challengers area. I could recall saying to you that I spoke to someone from the public works department, that is, to have a look into it. And I would have to get back to that person, to find out what, if anything, were done or would be done to alleviate, to fix that situation there in the Challengers area where the mahogany tree is. So, caller, yes, we do take notes, and yes, we do follow up on the notes that we would have taken from our callers. Because without you, we don't know. We wouldn't know what is happening. So we do take the calls serious. We do take our callers serious, and we do try and see how best we can fix whatever the situation or the problem would be. I must also admit that sometimes things would take a little longer than we definitely would like it to, but we do take all our callers, all these information, all our critiques, we do take them serious, and we do take them on board. So caller, continue to call in whatever the situation is, and we always appreciate your call. So thank you very much for that. If we don't have any more call, I'll just briefly wrap up as to what I started out as I was relating to as to what is expected at the accident scene. I think I reached to the area where the measurements would have been taken by the police, and after the measurements are taken, the police, it is our duty. We have to do the follow-up from that investigations, and what we does next is to serve each and every driver what we call a notice of intended prosecution. The law states that the police has 21 days to which to serve a notice of intended prosecution. It used to be 14 days, but now that has since been changed to 21 days. If for some reason that the police fail to serve a notice of intended prosecution on a particular driver, and at the end of the 21 days, there's no charge, the police cannot prefer any charge against that person. But the law also states that if that person or persons make it difficult for the police to serve the notice, then the police is covered in that regard. So if after the accident the two drivers or one of the driver go in hiding, make it difficult for the police to serve the notice on him, then as long as the police can prove and show to a court of law that that person made it very difficult for him, the police, to serve the notice, then the police would be covered. But what we do recommend that at each of the accidents at the scene, before the police leave, for the police to serve the notice on the particular driver, the driver or drivers. So that would make his or her job, that's the police, his or her job to be a little easier. So he don't have to be running back and forth to be finding or searching for a particular driver to serve the notice on. So we do recommend and we do advise that the persons or the drivers are served with the notice of intended prosecution at the scene. And we also advise that the police ask, not force, ask the driver or drivers to sign the notice acknowledging receipt of that notice. It is not you're accepting that you were wrong. It is just you're accepting or you're acknowledging that you were served by the police. And that notice is a notice just basically saying that you were involved in an accident at a certain place and time, and the matter is being investigated by the police, and if necessary, a charge of careless driving or whatever the charge the police sees fit would be preferred, could be preferred against you. So it is not that the police has made up their mind as to, or this driver A is wrong or driver B is wrong. It's just that the police covering themselves, just a form of a policy that we have to serve these notices. And also the police has, there are 6 months in which the matter can be taken before the court. If 6 months elapse and a complaint has not been laid before the court, if 6 months pass, then the police cannot bring that charge against whoever is at fault, whoever would have caused the accident. So 6 months should not elapse, 6 months should not pass. So I hope that I would have shed some light as to how we do investigate accident. And also we also encourage persons to give statements. Earlier I would have said that at the scene the police would have recorded an explanation from the driver or the drivers. And some person referred to that as a statement. Nothing is wrong with that. But during the course of the investigations into the particular accident, the police would ask you to come into or come to your residence to take a more detailed statement as to what happened. Because the statement at the scene is just something brief, as I mentioned, it's just something brief. But later on, the police has to get a more complete, detailed statement from you to assist in determining who was at fault. So I think that I would have come to the end of that. I do hope and pray that this would have went over. You all understand as to what and how these investigations are done.
Hey, Sergeant Brown, you've been talking about accidents,
Yeah.
Last week and then here again, giving us some pertinent information as to, what should happen if an accident is to occur.
Yeah.
I'm very curious as to, from your observation, I know you might not have at hand like official statistics or anything like that, but what are some, from your experience, what are some of the main causes of the accidents that we've been seeing here lately?
Speeding.
Oh, okay.
Speeding. And carelessness.
Yeah.
Persons not wanting to show any courtesy. Some persons feel, oh, I have the right of way, and I'm going to go straight ahead.
Oh, okay.
So those are some of the problems,
Some of the
major causes of accidents that we have. And as usual, again, cell phone.
Okay, so people just not paying attention.
People just not paying attention.
Okay.
So those are some of the major causes of accident that we have on the
all right, thanks.
Thank you very much. I have come to the end of our program. It's now, the clock is telling me that I have to run. It was nice being here, and I do hope and pray that what would have been said here is digested by you, our listening audience, and would be taken into very serious consideration. So I have to go now. I'll be here again next week. God spare our life, my life. God spare it. Next week, Monday, same place, same time. So until then, have a safe and productive day, a safe and productive week. So until then, goodbye.
All right, thank you, Sergeant Brown. And that was this week's edition of Traffic Talk. We're going to take a short break and be right back with more Island Tea.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode.
We are faced with tough decisions every day, but choosing the right home or motor insurance shouldn't be one. You need fast claim settlement from a company that's been rooted for over 31 years. And don't forget the A Excellent rating by AM Best. Make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Reliable insurance that you can count on. Get a quote today for your home, motor, contents, and liability insurance needs. And make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance. Tomorrow secured. Local agents, Dalil Walwyn & Co. Limited. Telephone 465-2631 or 469-5303 for the Nevis office.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Cherish the sea, respect the sea, don't pollute the sea, it provides for you and me. Careful how we use our oceans, protect the sea. Let's conserve for future generations, cherish the sea. Planning ways to use the ocean, cherish the sea. To cater to the needs of everyone, protect the sea. Cherish the sea, respect the sea. Take care of the sea, it's a blue economy. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Regional Oceanscape Project, a project of the OECS funded by the Global Environment Facility through the World Bank. CROP, championing resilient oceans for prosperity. For more information, visit our webpage at oecs.org/en/crop.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Azem, featuring our favorite annoyance, Jade. And it is time to jump back into a little bit more tea time. I will sing it. Please don't abuse me.
Slackness.
So I sang it earlier, but you know what's upsetting? I sang it earlier when Azem was entering the studio, so nobody heard me, and it was quite crisp.
Quite
Crispy.
Can we just go back and play? Can I just go back and play it? So I'm gonna sing it again. I'm gonna do it for true. Hold on.
Okay, now it's slim as well. But
I'm gonna do it for true. All right. Hold on. It was right before Azem came in. I must play it.
The poor.
It's Joe.
What are y'all talking about on the live?
Interesting.
What's happening?
There's some
What going on?
guy went to eat a small fish for me in a way. Where are you a small fish? What's happening?
Interesting.
Okay, well if it's a small fish, I'm a big fish.
Okay, see it here. I find it. bit of.
Nobody heard that.
I
It
heard
was
it.
kind of low.
I heard it. It was
It was
kind of
kind
low,
of
but
low
I heard
because
it.
my volume was low. But it was. I'm gonna go back again.
Oh.
Don't play with me.
This man mean.
Wait. Yes, I was warming up. Tea time.
Thank you. Thank you for your
Thank-
beautiful rendition.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
lovely. Lovely.
But we are back, and let's just go straight to this one. Jade's prime article, I guess. So it's a story out of St. Vincent. A baby was born on the hospital floor as a mother gave birth on a bench. So there's outrage currently in St. Vincent and the Grenadines after a video went viral of a woman in her aftermath of giving birth on a hospital bench. The newborn baby, according to the father, ended up falling on the floor. The incident happened at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. The date of the video was not specified. The Minister of Health of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Jimmy Prince, has since confirmed that the mother and baby are quite fine. However, this has not fanned the flames of anger surrounding the horrific incident. The father of the baby, who posted an emotional, expletive, may not say that one, full of expletives video to social media, and said that Shanika was left hanging and waiting as he was calling the nurses, but the baby was born on the ground and dropped on the head. It was not made clear whether the mother delivered a boy or a girl. Some of the statements were, they take the baby, look from the video, this is quotes from the video. They take the baby, look the umbilical cord coming out my woman there, and up to now none of them study she. And when I talk, they say I must cool down myself. How could I cool down myself in a situation like this? Suppose something happened to my child, he drop on the concrete. Concrete my child fall on and drop right there. Look which part my woman is still. Over 50 minutes now and none of them studying she. The video showed the mother sitting on the bench with the baby's umbilical cord hanging between her legs. Health Minister Jimmy Prince responded to the incident via his Facebook page, stating that he is aware of a video that is circulating under some very unfortunate circumstances. The hospital's administration and top leadership of the Ministry of Health are aware of the situation. And they also said, please be assured that a thorough investigation has been launched into getting to the bottom of this very disturbing occurrence. Meanwhile, mother and baby are quite fine. The hospital personnel are offering the necessary support. So, this just take a loss for words.
Yeah.
Like, what could have happened for this to happen?
Right?
Jade apparently know what might have happened.
They don't. Maybe they was too busy to tend to the obvious emergency at hand. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I picked this article though is because not me have almost giving birth on a bench, but when I was giving birth, like I feel like sometimes the nurses don't listen to you, honestly, because they're telling you one thing, you are telling them that your body is doing another thing, and they're just not paying attention to you in that way. Like I experienced when I was giving birth, I was literally telling them like it feels like my son is coming, and they took a while to even study me. I've had friends tell me the same exact things. I was literally telling the nurse I can't lay back when they were trying to do they were trying to check something. I can't remember the procedure exactly, but they were trying to get me to lay back, and I physically couldn't, and she wasn't listening. I had to shout at her for her to understand that what you're trying to get me to do cannot happen. Like, I just honestly feel like sometimes, not all the nurses, because I had a great nurse afterwards that I had to deal with, but sometimes the nurses literally don't listen to you when you are telling them that you are experiencing this pain, or this feels like it's happening, or like, I don't get it. Because one, they can't feel for you. They could go by the experience. Yes, they are nurses and they have experience with this, but everybody isn't the same. And if your body is doing something different to what the nurses think it's supposed to be doing, and then they're not paying attention to that, what can you do?
Well, Yeah, I wouldn't want to have a loved one in that position. I don't know if I would be able to contain my
anger?
My anger
Yeah.
and frustration and thing. Especially when it's obvious that, hey, I'm trying to get attention. I'm trying to inform, the people there who's supposed to be helping me that this is the situation, and to the point where you don't get the help that you went there to get.
She delivered her child on a bench in the hospital.
In the hospital. We're talking about like
not outside, eh?
And like to say like they were driving and couldn't make it to the hospital there, people.
She was done there.
She was in the hospital. Waiting.
Yeah. I don't understand either. Like I thought my situation was special, but when I told you, like, I've spoken to women and they have told me similar stories about people not giving them the attention that they're supposed to get or not listening to them when they're telling them certain things. Side note, this isn't even about... See?
Hey.
What's happening?
Somebody said, I once heard a nurse say about a pregnant woman in labor, if you're still talking, you're clearly not in a lot of pain.
Yeah. And I've also spoken to a few
that is ridiculous.
Mothers who gave birth in St Kitts and Nevis, and a lot of them have really bad experiences when it comes to like the staff during labor. A lot of them are being told, don't push when your body's forcing you to push, and
Kevon,
a lot of instructions
literally that
given.
Happened to me. She telling me not to push, and I'm like, ma'am, you think it's me doing
ridiculous.
This? Like, you think I'm the one doing this currently? I can't control this. I have no idea how to stop this.
Child ready to come.
Like, what am I supposed to tell my child? Don't do it.
Child want to going on out here.
I think we need to really approach compassion in a different capacity in these situations, because yes, textbooks say one thing, but textbooks are textbooks, and life, real life is a different situation.
Yeah, this brings me to another point as well. I really believe that loved ones need to be aware as well of what's happening to people who are pregnant. So fathers, I think, should have some understanding of what's happening to the mother's body, because you never know. There's sometimes, like I said, people on their way to the hospital and time for child to come now, and like this, like brothers, sisters, if you know you're gonna be one of the people around a mother who's going into labor, then educate yourself. I think there should be classes, really. Yeah. And I don't know if they are. Maybe they are. I don't know.
Because I don't remember. I honestly, from experience, there was no class to teach my son's dad like anything.
So they just kind of there for moral support.
Yeah, I actually was in labor for 4 days. 4 days.
So after 4 days, they're still telling you're ready?
No, they actually induced my labor, right? But one thing that I really didn't like is that the doctor didn't tell me that he was going to do something, and he did it, and then he just expected me to be like, ain't hurt. So, like, they yanked out my
oh my God! Stop it!
And I'm using the word correctly. Yanked out my mucus plug. No warning. No nothing. No breathe. No, this is what we're going to do.
I think I have to take a short commercial break.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to faint in the
studio. Something. I've had 2 terrible experiences at the hospital. 2? Yeah.
We can't get a call. Nobody want to call. Somebody call.
Somebody's saying, I hear you, Jade. Had 2 similar experiences. They don't listen at all. See? You know what? Let me tell you about
we can't get one of them callers to just talk about what they want to talk about.
No, not today. Y'all ain't gonna cut me short. My first terrible experience, right? I used to experience cysts in my lower back, and I had surgery. Dr. Wilkinson actually did my surgery, the last one I had. Y'all ever wake up from anesthesia? That shit is terrible.
Yes.
It is awful. But that wasn't even the bad part. Like, I woke up and I was confused and screaming and crying, and I heard somebody crying and I didn't realize it was me.
Oh, you kind of just.
Yeah, I was gone.
You're out of it. You're still out of it.
But as I said, that wasn't even the bad part because nobody could control that. But I was supposed to be getting my wound dressed daily.
Oh no! Don't tell me this. I've heard this too many times now.
So I went. My parents was there as well. I went to get my wound nursed and.
So you went to the hospital?
No, I was in the hospital.
Oh, you was in the hospital?
Yeah, I was still in the hospital.
Okay. So you say you went? They didn't.
No, I went from my room to another room
okay.
to get my wound attended to.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you this nurse took the gauze, right? Oh. And forced it into my open surgery wound.
Oh.
Yeah. No care. And telling me just relax. I'm like, ma'am, how am I what you mean just relax?
I didn't know. You know why? We know this is not the right way to do it because I'm pretty sure another nurse came and did it.
But wait now, Azem. Me mothers. So after I left the hospital, my friend from Nevis, Yasu, she was with me. We went to the hospital to get my wound dressed. This time I was already home and stuff. I already gone mentally prepared to be in a lot of pain.
Right.
Like already.
After the initial experience.
Yeah, already frightened, already, you know. Yeah. So I lay down and the nurse, I don't like clamp, like, you know.
Ready, like tensing.
And she like, relax, it's okay. And I'm like.
You're going to catch me this time?
No. Because this is a different nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when she finished, I was like, that's it?
Yeah, you didn't even realize she done it?
Yeah, she was like, yeah. I was like, but that's not how the other one did it. She said, no, she did it wrong.
Oh, anyway. But guys, the listeners have heard my plea and have called in. Good morning, listeners. You want to talk about the foreign trade situation in Iraq by chance?
Good morning. Jade, I called to support you.
Lord have mercy.
You hear me? I think part of the problem on the maternity ward is that many of the nurses never had a child. So they don't understand. I mean, the noise in here. What's your noise? I mean, doctors and all participate. As you said, I had 1 year death experience.
Oh, my God.
Doctor came induced labor and never came back, you know. And in the process of getting this child shoulder stopped, the head came out. And the young nurses were in, sister. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
They kill me. The second one, Miss Andy, I'm in here. I tell them, I said, Miss, the child come in. Anybody that get child so quick? I said, well,
as in they say, no, the little Wally, they say,
yeah, so she's telling me, I said, Miss, I don't usually go into labor for long. Carry up in the room because it's visiting time. And you know, the child, I am on the trolley, you know.
Oh my God.
You can't get the child out, you know, because they can't find the doctor. The doctor ain't coming. And if come, the doctor gonna make all kind of
can't get the child out.
Yeah.
The doctor ain't coming. You can't get the child.
You can't get the child, because when the doctor come, he gonna make a lot of noise, and they got to make sure they got the surgery clean. And I said, Miss, the child come in.
How she supposed to start?
You know,
the doctor ain't here.
The child born on the trolley.
Oh, see?
Oh my God.
See?
I'll go home. I can't take it.
And then they turn into blame, you know. Oh, the daddy don't push. I don't want it. But the thing is this, whenever they turn to get babies, all on the floor.
Okay.
All on the bed. You hear me?
This is no joke, as in these things happen for real.
They need a thing in compassion, as you say.
And you know, I think what also is the missing. I think what's missing is the consequence. There's no consequence.
The nurses and those who have children, but those who ain't got none. Right. They're using the book, right? Oh, you only something centimeter. You said the child come in.
Yeah. I think what's missing too is the consequence. You know, a lot of places, if you act up like this and somebody reports you are in some serious trouble, you know. But here, you know, you complain to a nurse. You complain a nurse for being rude. You're telling a rude nurse that another nurse is being rude. How you gonna get the problem solved?
Boy, I tell you hear me? I don't have that change, but I can tell you. They don't sound like pregnant women are animal, you know. You know, look how the dog and sheep getting lamb. Oh, because you know some people are a little dramatic. Make no noise in here. I saw one tell a woman at a time. The woman came in. For the sheet, give the woman said, you always in here make up your own bed. She always in here make up your own bed. You know, and this is why I call on families when you have anybody in the hospital, no matter which ward. Pay attention, go and visit, go and assist your people. Because when you're present, you see they don't get so much abuse. Once they figure nobody coming to see you, and some men don't even show up.
They do as they please.
They don't show up because if the child father show up, they wouldn't be so easy to take those kind of liberties. But I tell you, they put my life at risk. Big doctors, you know, I talk about a small little doctor. Induced labor on a Friday afternoon and go drink rum.
Excuse me?
Never show up until the Monday morning.
Excuse me? You said he induced and did what?
Induced labor.
And then left? That's not how it works.
If you induce labor, you expect the child to born. You go and you ain't come back, they're tired, send the message. Me say, you can't get the child now because we can't find the doctor. And they're going to tell the driver, go so and so, go by this place where you think he might be. I thank God for Jesus, you hear? They nearly kill me. I won't stop saying so.
Let me tell you something.
You know, they nearly kill me.
Childbirth is scary.
The old people say one foot in the grave.
Childbirth is a very scary.
When you get in a child, one of your foot in the grave.
Okay, tell them there.
So tell the men them there, because the thing is that, oh, see that child. That child? Taking a chance on your life.
Literally,
anyway,
you are. You could die
anyway,
during childbirth.
And I wish them all the best. But they need, you see, they lack experience, you know. It's like a full belly man telling a hungry man, behave yourself. You don't got a little gas, you know? So forgive them. All right then.
Yeah, trust me, childbirth is scary, it is painful, it is a lot. When I tell y'all I was in labor for 4 days, not even an exaggeration. On Monday, I started feeling contractions and Jade came on Thursday.
Kevon.
Yeah.
Kevon. How is it cutting in here in space, by the way?
Azem.
Let's
good.
One of these days, do they you know that thing where they could simulate?
No, it's not happening. Not happening.
Oh, the contractions? I would do it.
I am not doing it. I am.
I was about to say, I think we have to do it live on the show.
The contraction simulation, I would do it. I would
you
try
and Kevon could do it live.
Kevon will do it.
I will try it.
I will be there for my support.
I'm not saying that I will.
No, I won't.
It's only pain. It's only pain, Azem.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'll be successful in the tests, but I'll try it. You know, I mean, when I'm ready to stop, I'm done.
Kevon said he would do it.
Ready to tap out. I would do it. You know, I would try it, but like I said, I'm not saying I will be successful in the test or I'll make it to the end, but I'll try it.
Watch here. We do not. I can tell you right now. We do not edit live the show.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If you're cuss, you're cuss.
If you're cuss, okay, cool.
I think what happens, on that day we might pre-record that segment so we could bleep it out.
Witty, I'll be there for moral support. You could hold my hand. I will rub your forehead and all of that and stuff. But no, me ain't doing that.
I think we might have to pre-record that segment to bleep it out just in case, and then we'll put it on, play it.
There's no pain in this world that I can compare to that.
Okay, so this is my thing, Jade. I do not doubt you. I totally believe you, and for that reason, I have no desire to ever experience that pain. Like I believe it. I believe it.
I couldn't even
Gavin, I think we should invite Gavin since Azem is opting out. I think we should invite Gavin.
We're gonna figure out. I might have to order one off of Amazon or something, but we're going to do this
we just do it. We call. We have to pre-record that schedule for reasons.
Yeah, we might have to because I might have to bleep.
So
I will provide play-by-play
commentary. You could do the commentary.
I'd be like, Kevon.
Kevon passed out.
I like, okay, here we go. Here it. Oh, yes. He just pissed his pants again. Yes. That like.
No, all these things that happen.
That's what I'm telling you.
All these things
into his
happen.
22nd second of 22nd second of labor, Kevon has officially peed himself.
These things happen for real, like no joke.
Yeah,
you throw up, you pee, you do all kind of manners of things. Like you can't.
How the injection thing go? How the why be epidural?
The epidural? I have an epidural.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, why is it that some people opt not to have it?
Because I guess they're
because some people are natural births.
Yes.
Yeah, so you need understand.
Because it's a okay.
If you got a headache, you take a paracetamol.
Let me tell you what an epidural is for people who are not sure.
I'm trying to find out is there some like negative side effect or something?
Some people don't want to have to be.
Or they just want to fully want to feel everything.
Yes.
Why?
I think some people just want to fully feel it, and then I feel like some people
and
don't
because
want
sometimes epidural have side effects as well.
That's what I'm asking, if it is negative side effect. Because somebody on the live can tell us. But
I have an idea. Jade, I have an idea. I think
we go up in the maternity ward and see what's going on.
No, I'm genuinely interested. I'm so serious. I'm willing to do this. Gavin said he would do it. But I think what we should do is I think we should probably submit like an interest form, and if you are interested in doing it, we will film an entire pre-recorded segment of a bunch of men doing it, and we'll put it on the show.
And I will, because y'all let me tell you something. I've laughed some laughs in my life, right? But I know that one gonna be a special one.
See, this is the difference.
I think
Kevon, I can stop you there because that is the difference.
Hold on. Somebody's telling me that a side effect of the epidural is paralysis.
Oh, because it goes in your spine.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So my thing is this, Kevon. You see what just happened just now?
What got the second left?
I am here, right? Just totally like, just by the whole experience that women have to go through, right? Like,
somebody say you're such a character.
when Jade hear that men are going to be experiencing the same pain, what's her initial reaction?
You know why I laugh?
She will laugh.
I'm laughing because you're just feeling the pain. You're not.
But if I laugh after, it's the next thing.
I could die.
But the pain is still there.
No, it's different.
Yes, but the pain is there.
And guess what? You have a choice to stop your pain.
Right, but I'm still feeling it.
Like you could literally get a little.
But you see, what some hospitals.
But that's why me can even start.
What some hospitals do as well is they insert the injection into your spine and sort of like an IV tube, and they'll give you a button.
And you can't move it. You have to be very still
and you will,
taking an epidural.
You can.
But if you're going in your spine, that's what's going on.
Yes, I mean, as a man can't do all of this well in pain.
So that's what I was wondering. There had to be some type of
they
risk.
Gave me.
There had to be some kind of risk why people. I couldn't understand why people just like no, me want that.
But you know, as you said, epidural. I remember they gave me pain medication, right? But they gave me too late. Like they gave me the medication while I was about to have Jade.
Okay, yeah. But they thought you wasn't gonna deliver anytime soon, so that's why.
Oh, they thought wrong.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. So you get the pain medication after
4 days. So, like I've been paid for 4 days.
I'm actually very interested in what we're gonna do. I'm very interested in this upcoming pre-recorded segment. It's going to happen. We will tell you when. But what I think we should do is we should schedule.
Trust me.
With this
topic. So keep in mind what is going to happen is a simulation of contractions. It's going to be a simulation of what contractions feel like. I don't think it's going to be. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen them. I've seen them happen.
I've seen them too. It's not going to be a simulation of labor pains because labor pains occur in many places, and simulating that is going to be difficult. So the contractions is what we're going to be simulating.
Somebody
so
wait.
I think
maybe they don't do it yet.
Yeah.
No, they do.
So.
Yeah, while doing my research, I found out that they do epidurals, but somebody said
they have somebody's they do epidurals but I don't think they give it to everybody.
Oh, they didn't tell you, but they do. I don't know how many of them they do, but they do.
Watch here to the fan on the live who's talking about the fact that they didn't tell them that they could get it. You realize that we have callers calling in saying that when they're making it, like when they're in pain and they scream out, they're telling them hush up and so. Yeah. You think they're telling you anything about any epidural? They got to go set up the machine and They're probably just there saying, "What does she buy? She just want attention. No? Attention." I am not discrediting I ain't discrediting nothing that woman tell me about pregnancy. I mean, I am like.
We're just talking about childbirth itself.
I am totally in awe.
The topic of the things that could happen to you during
why we
pregnancy.
don't?
You could go blind.
I hear the news. Why you must say a song?
Which one? What? Shut up.
Anyway, so let's get back to scheduling this thing because we
Jade
are
going
going left field.
Jade what the show by?
I was just telling y'all some things.
When we're ready to do this, when we're ready to film this segment, we will put out a little form or interest form or something for a few men to join the pre-recorded segment, and we will, or not even a few. We could do a few and we play. You know, if we end up with a lot, we just play a few each, you know, every day or something.
I think I'd rather take like
a series.
I think I'd rather take a taser by.
No, we could even do that. We could.
No, let's not.
What?
Let's not.
So, yeah. So, if interested individuals, if you have a male friend that is interested, or you are interested in allowing your male friend to try it, you can try to talk him into doing it because ILFT will be doing one of these shows where we're gonna do it. We're gonna pre-record the episode to protect the airways from curse words, just in case they exist. We'll bleep them out.
Amazon choice.
And I think though, what would be good is for all of the persons that listen on the radio, you're probably gonna have to find a computer to watch that day because it's gonna be the visual. I think the visual is gonna be better than the sound. Audio.
I already found the machine. Let me go add it to my cat.
Yeah, we getting this. We can get it and start it out.
Happening.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's gonna happen.
I doing play-by-play. Definitely doing play-by-play.
Yeah, Azem gonna do the play-by-play. We already have two candidates.
I believe Azem punk out on us, you know.
Oh yeah, big punk.
Yeah, I think we might have a third candidate. Somebody suggesting that we do a third candidate. They already sent me the name. So if they can talk that
somebody
person
volunteer
into
somebody to do this, or they volunteer themselves.
Yeah.
Somebody volunteer someone.
They can. Yeah, but this, you know, they have to convince the person to participate. You can't force the person to show up. So
this person been wanted to do this.
So if the person is successfully,
I've seen the videos. Not interested.
Then we. Yeah.
But Kevon,
but then this thing is, so
Kevon.
Somebody said though, our safe word could also be epidural. So.
Kevon, we have a caller on the line. Caller, good morning, you're live on Island T. You want to join the antics?
I don't know if I want to join the antics, but good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
This is very concerning as a mother that I'm listening to, and as a woman. Nurses, I believe, part of what they carry to the table is patience, and loving and a caring spirit. So to hear, and you guys are referring to that thing that was on Facebook on the weekend?
No.
Which one? The one about the Vincentian?
I don't know about a Vincentian, but about someone giving birth in one of the hospitals here.
On a bench? No.
That was in St. Vincent.
It's St. Vincent. It happened. A mother gave birth on a bench.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's something that happened here.
On a bench?
Yeah.
Okay, then no, I don't think that's what it was. I read something here.
So something happened here over the weekend?
No.
Oh.
Someone was writing about an experience they had almost a year ago, and they finally decided to talk.
Oh my God.
If it's not here, whether it's here or St. Vincent or wherever, it's very, very concerning that a female or a patient would be treated in this way while having birth, or in any hospital at all. No matter what the situation is, the mere fact that you're in the hospital means that you're going through some type of illness, you're going through a trauma of some kind.
Yeah.
And the fact that the nurses are speaking to you in the way they're speaking to you, and their manner is very, very concerning.
Yep. I mean, we're getting reports of nurses telling patients to hush up and stuff like that. I mean, it's like I said.
Somebody just sent me a message and said they're familiar with what you're talking about, Carlos. So I'm gonna see if that person could send me the information.
Okay.
Yeah, we have it. So
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the show in the morning.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you for
encouraging.
listening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, trust me, time and time again, we've heard the stories from people who've had experiences with nurses or doctors at the hospital, and yes, some of them are great, but a lot of them, like, let me tell you something. I was so frightened, and I have to be thankful for Dr. Sebastian, because this was my first time giving birth, and I was like, in case of anything, who can I depend on? And he thankfully came. He was in the room, and another doctor, I can't remember her name, but I was so thankful for the two of them being there, because it made me feel a lot better, just in case anything was to happen.
Yeah, I think
it was awkward because that's my actual friend.
And
he had to see all of that.
He's a doctor. That's
However,
professional.
Yes.
But guys, we have another caller. Good morning, caller.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. You didn't give birth, right?
You got a great conversation. As a father, I would just like to say that men should give much more respect to the women for what they go through. I've been through it quite a few times, having to be by my girl's side when during pregnancy, and it starts from the very beginning to the end. Women have to be very special to go through what they go through during bearing a child and during childbirth. So if men folk would just give more appreciation to women, and it would go a long way. And there are some good nurses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And a Filipino nurse that passed recently, and my girl was very, very fond of her. She talked of, how caring and loving and full of laughter and everything that lady was to her and all her other patients. So yeah, there's some good ones and there's some bad ones. So to the Filipino community, condolences. Thank you.
Yeah. No, it's we really have to be a lot more compassionate, because people need to understand that these during labor and even before these there's a lot happening, and there's a lot that the body is forcing a lot of things to happen, and it's rough. So
bye.
I have to
bye.
Don't add to it.
I wish I could remember the nurse's name, but I can't. But there was this nurse that she helped me to get Jade into latch because he was having difficulties, and she really helped me. Like, she was patient, she checked on me, and she even when he wasn't latching first, she showed me how to do it. She gave him some food in the meantime until he actually was able to do it on his own. I really wish I could remember her name. There's a couple nurses that I really wish I could remember their names, but
let me tell you
I remember
something.
their faces from experiencing them.
Yeah, okay, and I've heard also stories on the other end where people had a great experience at the maternity ward and stuff like that. But what I would hope to see, and this is maybe could be a business opportunity for some retired nurses. What did I call it when they have the maternity thing? Anyway, but some of the nurse midwifery, yeah. Some of the midwives could hold some classes. I think the preparation could go a long way, because sometimes the doctors you don't get all information. Sometimes they have a full office of patients, expectant mothers and stuff like that. But where you could also go and get a lot of information as well. Again, and I keep employing people to use the services at the health centers. There's some nurses at the health centers who have the midwifery skills, And if you have questions, sometimes it just bolsters what you get at your doctor. So you take your test results, everything. They could tell you, okay, you need more iron, XYZ. They could tell you exactly what to expect, what you need to do in preparation, suggestions on what you could eat. Form a relationship with the nurses at the health center in your community, and I think that goes a long way. But again, I would love to see some class options where people could, if they have the means, pay something and go and learn.
We want to have some nurses on the show.
Yeah. Come on, this is priceless. But yeah, guys, use like in the absence of that, and I'm not sure, there may be some classes I don't know, but in the absence of the class or whatever, utilize the services at the health centers. I know of some mothers. I know of some mothers who, are very grateful to the nurses at the health center, because they were able to go there and get information, ask questions. Sometimes you have your doctor visit like maybe once a month or whatever, and in between you might have a question, or concern or whatever. Like, go to the health center, form that relationship.
The health center actually is a great place for that, because as you were explaining, the nurses really give you the information that you need, and a lot of people have questions. Like, naturally, I remember literally buying. Sorry,
I have questions.
I was so dramatic, right? I bought. Yeah. I said it correct.
Yeah. So
wait, Kevon, wait.
To clarify.
What happened?
Don't make me reading it.
Oh, go ahead. No, clarify. Go ahead.
We have we have somebody just sent me the story that the caller that called in a while ago just talked about a statement that was made about somebody talking about their experience, and we have the story now, so we're gonna read it through and we're gonna address it on another day and talk about it and table the conversation in.
Alright, sure. I want to talk about French bulldogs.
No. But I remember when I was.
But they're so cute, Jade.
They are, however, no. I actually bought a heart monitor.
He was okay. Yeah, he was deep into it. He was deep into it. No, I am mad at you. I am mad at you.
That I bought.
Jade bought a heart monitor.
And every single day, I could not wait to get home to check.
What?
Literally did it every day.
Okay, so this is my thing, right?
Yeah.
This is my thing. Like, I understand the concern. Like, things happening to your body that you knew, you don't expect it, and you're hearing all these like horror stories and things too.
Watching all these videos.
Okay, that's what I was going to get to. Sometimes we freak out ourselves with the Google searches, man. I mean, so what? Like,
hello?
You're not supposed to be stressing yourself.
Yes,
go to the health center, people.
Sometimes. No, I was just because I don't know.
You're just extra.
No, I was just afraid. I just had this fear.
That's what I'm saying, Jade.
I just had this serious fear because it has happened before. Like it has happened to women that I know.
Yeah.
So I just had a fear of losing my son.
Yeah. But that's my thing. Like.
And that's why I bought a heart monitor.
But I'm saying sometimes.
And I monitored daily.
But sometimes we freak out ourselves by like sometimes we watch out. If you go to Google and type in anything that you've been feeling, right? There is going to be a real reason for you to freak out and probably just go and make your will real quick because you're probably gonna die within the next 5 minutes according to Google.
Probably.
I remember, like, a lot of the times I've been feeling, especially during college, and you're kind of strapped for cash and you're trying not to send yourself to unnecessary doctor visits, but you feel something and you just Google it, and basically Google telling you, okay, well, call if you're not home because you're on your way.
Yeah, but you have 2 seconds.
It's over. Put your face in order.
WebMD, oh my God. Don't WebMD nothing.
WebMD?
But like
MD stand for mustard.
Like our friend from Meridian said, it's okay to Google things, but understand that the Googled results are subjective, and you can present your Googled options to your doctor, and your doctor will discuss it with you, hopefully, but it's not an end all be all when you Google like.
Yeah.
Somebody saying there's an app called
Pregnancy Plus. Yeah.
Pregnancy Plus.
There's another one, Baby Center as well. It's a good one.
Yes, I use Baby Center. Baby Center was really good for real.
Yeah.
Boy.
Ooh.
Pregnancy.
Ooh. So a break time?
Why? We have like
we
10
could take a
minutes.
break.
Yeah, but we have to play Ram's ad.
Oh yes, let's big up our sponsor.
The good food people.
Yes. Get your baby food at Rams.
Oh my gosh, guys, we're gonna take a small commercial break and be right back on this episode of Island Tea.
You need a drink, have a fever. You want some fun? Get a Viva. Taste the flavor, have a Viva. Oh yeah, Viva is the one. Say goodbye to boring. Let me hear you sing. Got to have my Viva, water but so much better.
Viva sparkling flavored water. Water, but better.
Hey, Dad, want a race?
Well, let's see who's trying to keep up with who today.
Oh, because you need a head start?
I'm already way ahead of you, son.
Keep up with what matters. Joint Care supplements your active lifestyle by supporting your bones, cartilage, muscles with essential nutrients. Joint Care helps to reduce inflammation with omega-3 and replenishes glucosamine, a natural compound vital to healthy cartilage and joints. Choose the Joint Care formula that is right for you. Supplex, Complete, and Max are available at your local pharmacy. Joint Care, a part of the 7 C's family of vitamins and supplements.
Fruta, taste the real Fruta. Enjoy the real Fruta. Refreshing juice of every day. Whoa, Fruta. Drink the real Fruta. Your favorite Fruta. The natural taste is Fruta. Fruta.
Your favorite fruit has got a new skin with real juice within. Drink the real Fruta. Enjoy the real joy.
Taste the real Fruta. Enjoy the real Fruta. Refreshing juice of every day is Fruta.
Fruta, juiced right.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves Kevon and Azem, featuring the ever-present annoyance Jade. Yeah, it's still Monday. The time is Monday, April 19th, because April kind of done. And it is now 9:50 a.m. and we have about 10 more minutes until we wrap up and see you all on Tuesday. Before we move on, though, I want to say thank you to all the listeners and viewers. We love listeners, viewers, callers, commenters, everybody. It's awesome having you guys, participate in the conversations with us. You all really add information. And a lot of the times we talk conversational style, so having your input and y'all shooting us quick information always helps, and it's always great for the conversation. And we miss the YouTube team who's back, so we're happy to have y'all back again. J2B, Witty Kitty, Axeman, the usuals. Thank you all for being there. We appreciate it.
Kevon, we have 10 minutes, so we have to. We had something else to talk about. I'm sure I put.
Yeah, we could talk quickly about this one. So more tea time. So the eruption in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is still happening. I'm trying to get quick information. So Nemo SVG, who's basically been posting about, it's the official place to find information regarding the eruption there, and UV seismic pages. So 13 hours ago, they posted to say that La Soufrière continues to erupt, and its pattern of seismic activity over the last few days is typical of the growth and destruction of lava domes. Explosions with accompanying ashfall of large or similar magnitude can occur with little or no warning. So yes, it's still happening. There are two stories, however, that is coming out of this recently. So one, there's an individual who chose to hike to the volcano's crater over the weekend to get footage, and it was met with extreme criticism. Everybody was saying, okay, nice to see what it looks like, but it is so unsafe for you to be up there that it is. This information that you're trying to give us is unnecessary.
Kevon, I saw a guy take a picture from up there. I'm like, what kind of crackhead behavior is this? Like, why would you be up there?
Originally I saw some of the footage and I said, oh, somebody sent a drone, nice. But then I was like, but drones need to be operated within a certain range. But then I was like, on top of that don't look like drone footage because it's like ground level. Like,
what are you doing up there?
Part of it is one, like people go to, like, the ones in Iceland, like, kind of different because they don't do like the whole like explosive eruptions.
They don't, yeah.
So
they're
like
just
people hike. I personally would like to go and do that, even though sometimes they got hike like 3 hours to get to it. But
yeah, because like you said, the Hawaii volcanoes, the Iceland volcanoes, they're very flowing. Like they just flow. They don't like explode. But La Soufrière has been exploding for several days.
But what I'm saying is that this is like when the eye of the hurricane pass over and everybody run out. It's like
which is very bad. Don't do that.
No, don't do it. No. Like it's like so the volcano and explode for 6 hours and they think, oh, you're not going up there. Let's see what's going on. Like, no.
So actually, Professor Robertson, who is one of the volcanologists who've been really looking and monitoring the situation, commented on the individual's post of them visiting the crater, and he said, with your actions, you are putting at risk not only yourself and your entire party for all of the reasons that I have stated multiple times. I personally told you that what you are doing is quite simply mad. The volcano in its current state can erupt explosively without further warning. Anyone on the volcano at that time is at risk for dying horribly from blunt force trauma to the body, from excessive burns, and from asphyxiation. Anyone at the state as you were today will certainly be killed if it has one of those kinds of explosions that it had on the very same day that you visited. I am therefore here again publicly appealing to you to stop putting yourself, your co-hikers, and the potential search party that will have to come and get you if something happens. This is neither brave nor useful, but simply dotish.
Dotish.
Listen.
Wow.
Like we said, and he said, okay, you're giving us footage, but it can wait.
Kevon,
it is not that important right now.
The volcano that is currently erupting, right? And you died. Natural selection. That is the will. That is the will. Because why would you be up there? Why are you up there?
Yeah.
You can see the pretty colors, Jade.
I can see them from the floor. You don't need to go up to the volcano that's currently erupting.
When you realize a statement come out from a man who studies volcanoes and he's literally calling people mad and dotish, like you're doing something very stupid. Like this the man who made up his mind at some point that he was going to study volcanoes for a living. And the man calling
if the volcano expert is not on the summit, that should tell you shouldn't be there.
Right.
But in some other volcano news, which is not very great, a vessel with relief supplies sank on its way to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Gosh. So a vessel that was en route to St. Vincent and the Grenadines with relief supplies sank late Saturday when it was just some 6 nautical miles from its destination. The Marine Police said that those on board the vessel were rescued,
thankfully,
by another boat. So nobody, no casualties, were documented. Nobody lost life. The individuals who were on the boat called Sunshine Angels when it sank, where the captain, who lives in St. Vincent, and the Vincential Nationals, two other Vincential Nationals, the boat was leaving St. Lucia and heading back to St. Vincent when it sank. The police disclosed that the boat had cleared customs in St. Lucia and was on its way when the mishap occurred around 4:40 p.m. So luckily, nobody lost their lives. However, the relief supplies were obviously lost because it sank with the vessel.
I'm just happy that nobody died, honestly. Like,
we try to keep the deaths to zero.
Yeah, we could replace whatever was lost, but we can't replace life. So.
Yeah. So, this volcano thing is still happening. It's still active. Even though it pauses, it's still active.
Yeah,
so
I think it didn't
we continue to monitor the efforts.
2 days, and then yesterday, it didn't erupt for 2 days, and then yesterday it did again. So.
Yeah. They're still not out. Still not out of it.
Yeah,
and then
people
even
climbing.
And then like our guest on Friday, even if the eruptions were to cease now, like there's still a serious humanitarian issue there. Like it's rough.
Yeah.
Like I'm hopeful that they're over that part of the ordeal, but there's just so much more. There's so much more to go.
Yeah. Well, guys, today was fun.
Yeah.
Although we ended today on a less than fun note. Today was fun. And tomorrow, guess who we're talking to?
Who we're talking to tomorrow?
People from football.
People from football.
Yes. We're talking to one of the national footballers, Mr. Vince Nelson, about his experience in the first quarter?
Yeah, qualifier.
Yes.
The World Cup qualifier.
Yes.
So I'm really looking forward to that because, well, as you'll hear tomorrow, the guys did an amazing job. They really did us proud.
Yeah, they didn't lose. Yeah, because remember last time?
No.
Oh, remember when we talked to CPL, the people for cricket, we was all hype and then nothing. We still haven't forgiven them for that. But
football has been producing.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually very proud of what they accomplished and looking forward to the next 2 games. But anyway, tomorrow for that. But guys, thanks for listening. It's not Mother's Day, but
Mother's Day is coming up.
Yeah, Mother's Day is coming up, but after the conversation today, my shout out is for all mothers. Definitely big up yourself. Much love and respect. I don't even anyway, before I get emotional, but guys, it was an amazing start to the week, and we really look forward to you guys coming and joining us here every morning, Monday to Friday, right here on WINN FM 98.9, on WINNMedia SKN, on Facebook, on the same on YouTube again,
and Twitch,
we're on Twitch
and Periscope. Yeah, we all over. So if you're listening to us, you ain't got an excuse. Don't let me come find you. Yeah, but then again, if they hear the threat, they're probably listening. So it's all good. So I want to add something to Comrade Marley's sentiments at the end of the show. Before or after?
No, before.
Okay.
So I'm going to add, if you're a nurse, please don't tell the people screaming in pain to shut up and hush up. And that the child ain't coming.
They didn't teach all that in nursing school, I'm pretty sure.
And don't tell them that the child come in when half the body literally hanging out. Like let's not do that.
Yeah, please.
And to continue.
So please drive safely and do right by others. Please use our roundabouts correctly. Meaning, don't overtake in our roundabouts. Don't switch lanes in our roundabouts. And when you're exiting, please indicate so that folks driving behind you can know what your intentions are. It will reduce accidents and almost accidents by significant proportions.
Stay in your lane, people.
Stay in your lane figuratively and
literally.
Also, please let us remember to park our vehicles in a manner which is conducive to the collection of garbage from our friends at solid waste. If you park your cars irresponsibly, then people can get their garbage collected with the
Keep the country
trucks.
clean.
So, gentlemen, when you're thieving a piece, please park around the corner.
Right.
So the truck can get up the street or where your madam lives to collect her trash.
Indeed. It might work out better for you too.
Indeed. It's going to be a clean environment when you get there the next time. Also, let us please, put pressure on our lawmakers and our policymakers and our policy designers and wheelers and dealers in Parliament to take a look at our outdated laws, all of them. The traffic laws, the sexual assault laws, the everything as it relates to, so that they can relate to current day life and current day society here in St Kitts and Nevis. Update them so it's a reflection of what's actually happening and not what used to happen in the 1960s. And with that, I will turn it over to our Master of Ceremonies, His Excellency Honorable Kevon Hanley.
AKA Slim God, AKA...
Slim God.
What you want to...
That one hot.
Yeah.
That one
AKA skin so smooth you can't believe.
What?
But it's just based on what we seen, Jade. It's just based on what we seen. You in 4K now?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Prosecco Papi, AKA Duke of Fugipe. Yes, sir, could you take us out?
Sure. But remember that you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. See you tomorrow.